In Secret of the Omnitrix, when Ben gets access to Way Big, he literally picks Vilgax up and baseball pitches him into space.
Nigga, that's a kill shot right there. That's a kill shot, right? What? You gonna start the year with some Ben 10 slander. Yes! Oh my goodness. Let's get started. Let's like the video right now. I saw Ben 10 in the thumbnail. I said yes. Oh my yes. Yes. Bro, I have the amount I be every single video I've posted, I've seen so much Ben 10 comments based on what I said. I'm sorry. Every time I caught Ben 10 on Cartoon Network, it was some Cheeks episodes, bro. And people were always gassing it up. Every time I caught it, it was some mid. On me. I have to hate. I have to hate. I have to keep the beef up. I have to keep the beef up, bro. What's this video called? When a hero's kill rule makes no sense. He talking trash about Ben 10, so let's go. I don't even gotta listen. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to investigate you, buddy. When it comes to superheroes, there's always that question about their stance on killing. Do or do they not execute the bad guys? And if so, why? Unless you're Arkham Batman who does everything to a motherfucker but kill them, bro literally be hurling propane tanks at thugs and has the audacity to say, "Don't worry, Gordon, he's fine." It's usually made clear on where a hero stands on the matter, especially if you were the lead on one of the big three networks, as those networks like to keep things child-friendly and lighthearted for the most part.
What do y'all think about no kill rules, bro? When it comes to any hero, what is y'all opinion on no kill rules? Me personally, it depends on who it is. I like Aang's a lot. I think Aang is one of the best examples ever when it comes to a no-kill rule. I like Batman's to an extent, but I'm not gonna lie, as I've continued to delve more into Batman comics and things in the Batman universe, I've grown to dislike his no-kill rule. I used to love it. Now I'm kind of in the middle because I still really like it for his character. But I feel like it's so exacerbated in all seriousness. Daredevil got the best no-kill rule. I gotta finish that show. I did finish season 1 off screen. I ain't gonna lie, that season fire. I know a lot of the no-kill rule stuff, though, is with Punisher in season 2. So I gotta see what's up with that one. Let's keep going.
It would be just a bit too much to take a prominent stance on your action cartoon. Unless your name was Ben Tennyson. Whether or not Ben has a rule about killing...
Shout out Begowowski with the tier 1 sub on Twitch. Let's get it.
Is a major discussion point in the fandom, mainly when it comes to his UAF iterations. Even before then, however, Ben has multiple instances where you could make the case that he is indeed getting to kill his enemies. Outside of The Last Airbender, Ben 10 is like the only cartoon I recall making the idea of his protagonist taking a life the central part of a story, with the topic becoming a hot one due to Ben's attitudes towards dealing with his friend Kevin during the Ultimate Kevin arc. It's the most prominent instance in the show where we see Ben genuinely talk about taking a life, and funny enough, it revolves around his best friend Kevin, not someone like his arch enemy Vilgax or the villain prior Agrigor. Ben all around has a weird track record with his stance and approach to killing. So today I want to take a closer peek at it to see if I can figure out exactly where Ben stands on that side of the line, and if killing or not killing suits his character. Ben's actions in Ultimate Alien may be what caused this discussion, but Ben in Classic also has like tons of questionable moments. They of course aren't as upfront about it in the Classic series since it's a more lighthearted show. Also, you know, Ben's like...
I'm pretty sure the Classic one is the one I caught more so on television that I just ended up not liking like that. The one of the most prominent episodes that I remember, it was Ben, Gwen, and their I think uncle, the dude with the white hair. They was driving somewhere damn near the whole ep. I don't remember what it was about, but I remember when I put it on. We was at a hotel. Ben 10 was the only thing on. I put that whole on, nigga, sleep. I was like, there was nothing interesting that happened, bro. A lot of my Ben 10 hate is just me as a kid. The rare times I would catch Ben 10, it was never as fire as people said it was. And that episode, I remember, I was asleep. And it was about those three, and I'm pretty sure he had the fire transformation in that episode. Any alien with the fire one. The carjack episode, I'm 90% sure it's that one. I hated that one. That was one of the ones I remember so prominently, cause I was at school. I remember people were like, "Oh, you gotta watch Ben 10, Ben 10." And then I was on and then when I went on vacation, I saw Ben 10. I was like, you know what? Let me try it out. Saw that episode. I was like, "There's no way, nigga." I flipped channels. I went to Nickelodeon, watch TMNT. Like
10-year-old and having a 10-year-old flat
Come
out
on,
talk
man.
about killing somebody would have had this show sent to Adult Swim in a heartbeat. Now, Ben never actively shows any murderous intent unless it's against JT and Cash.
Is it just me, or was that thing smiling when it smashed our robots together?
But he does get super violent against many non-organic grunts he squares
God
off with.
damn!
Beating down on non-human goons with a bit more force is just a cartoon staple though. There's tons of action cartoons where the characters will tear through enemies that if they were human would get your show hit with the TVMA rating for sure. Ben's aggressive
Now,
combat
I do
style-
like that, how like the TVMA ratings only really count if they're humans. If you see the Transformers movies, bro, they be killing in that movie like it's rated R, bro. I think it's Transformers 3 where one of the Transformers literally gets capped in the face. Genuinely, bro. Like, I love when they use technology or like they use other races or other species that's not aliens to escape the mature rating. I think it's so funny. And it's so cool too, honestly.
It was more so just how the artists and animators decided to craft entertaining action rather than it being proof of him being a ruthless hero. Because he
Dark Moon's one of the most violent PG-13 movies ever. That movie's rated R, bro. Turn the Transformers into humans. That movie's rated R. I wouldn't even call it PG-13. It's because they're robots. It's tolerable. But flip the actions to humans. It's a rated R movie from the box, like out the box, bro.
has a handful of moments in the show that show him to be against taking a life. He stopped the Kraken from killing that main shitty
Goddamn, hella subs today. Shout out Black Mamba 2K07 with the tier 1 sub, bro. I'll try to stop pausing. Let's go.
in the Kraken episode. And Kevin, funny enough, in Classic, points out how a good guy like Ben doesn't have the balls to finish off a bad guy like him.
Good guys never have the guts to finish guys like me.
Oh boy, if only he knew how wrong he was. So while Ben in Classic really shows any thirst for killing and sometimes even stands against it, there are still a handful of moments that make you question how fully against it he is. The main instances of evaluating Ben's potential of having a no-kill role in Classic comes into play whenever one of his main antagonists are involved. Not surprising that this is the case, since anytime he crosses paths with the Vilgax, Ghost Freak, even the Forever King, the stakes were always high, which is why it's surprising that Ben never explicitly pondered the thought of taking them out for good, especially Vilgax. Like, he should have been on a sushi platter a long time ago. In the season 1 finale, Ben does blow Vilgax shit smooth off with Max's anti-Vilgax gun that Vilgax does tank, but it ends up trapping him in his chip, causing him to blow up, where Ben believed him to be dead, as the next time they see each other in Back with a Vengeance, he was surprised that both him and Kevin were alive. Now, you can make the argument that Ben wasn't going for the kill at that moment. He said he was just pulling the Bale Batman special of, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. Which, I mean, you know, it's a fair take, but like, he thought bro was dead. In Secret of the Omnitrix, when Ben gets access to Way Big, he literally picks Vilgax up and baseball pitches him into space. And while it is a funny ass
nigga, that's a kill shot right there. That's a kill shot, right? What? All right, do they explain Ben 10's philosophy as to why he doesn't want to kill? I'm assuming it's because he's 10 years old, so he wouldn't want to kill someone because he's a youngin'. But like, do they go any deeper with it? Cause I know there's multiple Ben 10 series. There's one where he's a teenager later on, and he has like multiple versions of himself, or just other people with the watch, or they never delve into it that deep. He kind of just doesn't kill. Y'all saying not really? No, not really. Oh, okay, bet. Someone on the YouTube chat said, nah, it's more deep than that. You're gonna have to elaborate. I'm gonna have to see what you're saying.
It's a fair take, but like, he thought bro was dead. In Secret of the Omnitrix, when Ben gets access to Way Big, he literally picks Vilgax up and baseball pitches him into space. And while
also, how good is Vilgax as a villain? How good is he as a villain? I'm gonna go through. I might go through and rewatch Ben 10 while I'm editing, so I could properly hate as a professional hater. But let me know how good Vilgax is as a villain.
A funny ass thing for Ben to do. This to me feels
or how bad
more like a fuck you a-hole type of act instead of a flat out murder attempt. I can't give him that same pass though when it comes to Camille's parents, Ghost Freak, the Mycelium, or the Big Tick. Ben knew Zascare's weakness was sunlight, so he proceeded to willfully engulf him in sunlight. And yes, Zascare does survive this, but when Ghost Freak returns, Dr. Victor says that Ben thought he had destroyed Zascare.
It is where you believe you destroyed my master. You were wrong.
So yeah, I'm saying Ben thought he killed him. Same goes for the mycelium, you know, the giant fungus from Camp Fear that Ben killed with some powder Max gave him for his athlete's foot. If you just look at how that thing went out and the fact that like it never returns or is referenced, it's safe to say that Ben killed that thing. During the episode Big Fat Alien Wedding, when fighting Camille's Lenopan parents, Ben's Heat Blast ends the fight by completely hardening the two Lenopans. What makes it so crazy is that Camille sees Ben do this to her parents and she just like fucking jokes about it.
Little big for the wedding cake.
Shorty, your parents are fucking dead. In the -10 finale, Upchuck Issa
swear. I thought she was a transformation. Who is that?
Sees Ben do this.
I thought she was a whole transformation. This is an actual alien character?
Completely hardening the two Lenopans.
No
what makes
shot,
it so
bro.
crazy is that Camille sees Ben do this to
Man, this is the transformation I would always see all the time. He was like one of the most popular ones. And the dude with the forearms.
And she just like fucking jokes about it.
Little big for the wedding cake.
Shorty, your parents are fucking dead. In the -10 finale, Upchuck Issa's sub energy and takes down the Forever King with an explosion that ends up taking off half of Mount Rushmore and seemingly vaporized Driscoll. And yes, he does come back in Ultimate Alien. I just don't understand how he just didn't die though. Like that armor must be something fucking serious to tank a blast like that. As much as I like to, I'm not gonna count this against Ben, as even though the show makes it seem like Driscoll is dead, the dialogue from Max and Ben say otherwise. So just chalk this up to Ben going overboard and not thinking too much about it. However, none of those moments are more egregious than what Ben does to the big tick. He jumps inside of the tick and we see him destroy it from the inside, decimating its organs, heart, and bones. I think that alone is all the evidence you need to assume that, yeah, this kid is a fucking psychopath. Early on in Ben's superhero career, you can make the argument that he only acts to kill his villains when the stakes are high, sometimes in both direct and indirect fashion. But how did this change when he gets older? The decision to age up Ben in the sequel series is still one of my favorite things the franchise did, especially since along with his growth in age, the show decided to grow up as well. The UAF era is the darkest and most mature out of the 3 eras of Ben 10. These shows tackle some very heavy subjects, and most fans believe that they tackled them well. So when you see them start to fumble, it becomes a talking point. The hybrid invasion arc is what I and many consider Ben 10's peak. It excels at everything you could ask for in a story arc, though there is one glaring issue. The trio fight on in episode 6 that the dead aliens being controlled by xenocytes. Ben is able to cure Ken, Gwen's brother, who was taking under control of the xenocyte, proving that these are turning humans into alien puppets. And you think since the team knows that, they go easy on them, right?
No.
Right?
Bro.
They go easy on them, right? Right?
Did you just throw a boulder at this nigga? And he knows they're human.
Before you,
oh my, nah, these niggas wild. Yo, I forget who this guy's name is. This black haired dude that threw the rock. Hold on, let me go back.
Right?
This dude right here, every time I see clips of him, he's wilding. He's doing something crazy. Is he like the Raphael of the group? What's going on with this nigga? Kev? This nigga different. This nigga's, every time I see this nigga, he on some BS, bro. Hell nah, man. Hell nah.
Before you could defend their brutality by saying the DNA aliens are just creatures so the show can get away with it, like every other show does, the show makes it known to them that there are humans that are under the DNA alien skin, yet they continue their aggressive methods against them. Like they drop a building on some of these niggas, dude. Of course, this is still a kid
building
show,
is so
even though
crazy.
it is a bit mature than other ones.
A building is so crazy, bro. Say you swear. Go back.
Some of these niggas do. Of course, this is still a kid's show, even though it is a bit mature than other ones. There's still a high chance that none of these DNA aliens actually die, but
hold on. No. I didn't go far enough.
Humans that are under the DNA alien skin, yet they continue their aggressive methods against them. Like they drop a building on some of these niggas.
God damn. Bro, their no kill rule definitely don't exist for goons. I mean, that's what low-key be happening, though. Like, they say they have a no kill rule, but it's only for the main villains. Like, I'm pretty sure if you really went through and analyzed Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang does some moves on those other, like, Fire Nation foot soldiers, bro. You can probably assume they're dead. I feel like they don't care about the kill rule unless it's a main, like, antagonist or an actual threat. Hey, shout out It's Corey for the subprime, yo. Fantastic first stream. Look at that. We barely started. We got 4 subs already, bro. Let's go.
Dude, of course.
No kill rule is clout based. I said that in the Batman video, bro. Yo, your clout as a villain determines how good or bad the heroes treat you, bro. It depends on who you run up on, though. It really depends. Like Goku, if you a weak person and you're fighting against Goku, it's GG's, bro. He's gonna style on you in the worst way possible. But if you're a strong person and you're able to hold his own, it don't matter how bad you are. Goku's gonna let you go to fight you again. He has, bro. How many people has Goku let live, bro? Piccolo, Vegeta, Frieza, not Cell. Literally asked Boo to get revived in the afterlife, bro. He be letting niggas go. Even Moro, he's like, have you ever trained in your life, bro? I would rather you leave the planet, train to get better, than come back. Nigga, crazy, bro. Who else? What the hell is this cap on your head, nigga? This is a law hat, twin. It's a law hat. This is in honor of my boy Buckethead Splash. Shout out Buckethead Splash. He dropped his Wano video, so in celebration of that, I had to wear the law hat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man's Buckethead Splash. What other characters got no kill rule? Superman doesn't really have a no kill rule. He would prefer not to kill, but Superman, I don't think it matters like that. But if y'all want to drop any more, let me know.
It is still a kid's show, even though it is a bit mature than other ones. There's still a high chance that none of these...
Spidey as well. But does Spidey actually have a no-kill rule, or is Spider-Man just like... he'll kill when it needs to be? Because I feel like Spider-Man would kill if the situation required it. You know? Like, he doesn't normally kill, but if Spider-Man had the option, you gotta kill him, he would do it. Like in the Sam Raimi movie, yeah, he didn't kill Norman Osborn, but the jump there, you damn near did, bro. Spider-Man 2, you didn't do anything with Doc Ock. Spider-Man 3, you didn't try to kill Eddie Brock, but you did try to boom Venom. Even though Venom's not a human, you did try to literally blow up the symbiote. That is a living organism. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Spider-Man, at least in the movies, I'm thinking of more so than the comics, but I'm pretty sure there's comics where Spider-Man was 100% willing to kill. 100%. I'm thinking the movies I just know more than the comics. But yeah, Spider-Man will kill if he has no choice. It's him or me, the villains always boom themselves. Yep. Every other Spider-Man villain in the movies do too. Every other Spider-Man, like, he doesn't kill anyone in the movies. Did he kill Electro? No, Electro killed himself, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen Spider-Man 2 in a long time, but I know he was like absorbing a bunch of electricity and then they overcharged him and then he died. So if you want to say it was their doing, you can. You 100% can. Because he died after that. He died. He got boomed. No kill heroes don't have the rule against aliens. I'm telling you, they just might be racist, chat. They just might be racist, chat. Because Spider-Man will save Eddie Brock and then throw a bomb right in the symbiote's face, bro. That's still a living organism, twin. I'm still counting that as a kill. I don't know about you. Bro. Let's keep going.
And aliens actually die, but it really confuses things like so much. Ben knows that he can cure them. He did it to Ken, and yeah, it does take a lot of energy out of the Omnitrix, but after he does it to Ken, he just doesn't try to do it again until the near end and finale of the arc. It takes Darkstar of all people to remind bro that he has the power to cure them.
These are human beings, Michael. They're under alien control. We take them down, not out.
You're a fool, Ben. What would you do? Cure them?
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Ben, my guy, you found that out in episode 6 of the show. It's getting kind of hard to defend you, big bro, and it's not gonna get any easier. Ultimate Alien is where this conversation is most prominent due to the Ultimate Kevin arc. The arc where Kevin goes insane due to absorbing Ultimation to stop Agagor, and Ben becomes hell-bent on killing him. The biggest criticism in this arc is that Ben just jumps to the conclusion of killing Kevin when we never really see him move like this anywhere prior in the show. He doesn't act like this against Vilgax, Vilgax or even the Hybrid last series. The closest we ever see Ben act like this was against the previous villain Agregor, when he full sended an ass whooping on him, where Ben intended to finish him off if Gwen didn't intervene. Still, that doesn't compare to Ben in this arc, because once he accepts the reality of killing Kevin at the end of Nor Iron Bar's cage, he starts to move different. I'm talking using the Plumber Academy and his rookies to soften up Kevin for an easy kill, challenging Gwen in both arguments.
Oh, he was bout it. Yo, that nigga Ben 10 was bout it, huh? Yo, he said, oh, I gotta sign out my boy. I'm doing it any chance I can. Nah, he was using soldiers to weaken his friend's body just to sign him out. That's crazy work. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy work. He ain't even try to, like, talk it out. Nothing. That's crazy. Hey, shout out King of Memes 6564 with the $5 dono on YouTube. Spider-Man does not necessarily kill, but Peter Parker will kill you. Yep, we'll agree. Does what kills does Peter Parker specifically have? Peter Parker ain't never killed nobody. Like Parker? I don't think so.
Where he uses way big against her to prove his point on taking out Kevin, going around to interrogate the Knights and Volcanus about Kevin's whereabouts like he's the fucking Batman, even telling Grandpa Max that he believes putting Kevin down is what he has to do, and he's giving it real thought and already came to his conclusion. In the iconic showdown they have, Ben uses Ultimate Echo to take Kevin down, literally using a move called Sonic Doom, just to show that like he is not fucking around. He gets moments, and I mean moments, away from killing Kevin, and if not for Gwen stepping in, I wholeheartedly believe Ben would have done it, no question. In another famous episode, The Purge, Ultimate Alien once again throws him in a position that brings Ben's killing into question. When the Forever Knights are going around purging alien life on Earth, the Knights kill a well-established character, Pierce Wheels, in the opening of this episode, and I feel like if Ben knew that, he probably wouldn't have—
Damn, really? And he doesn't come back. This character does not come back. They just slime him.
Character Pierce Wheels in the opening of this
That's
episode.
crazy.
And I feel like if Ben knew that, he probably wouldn't have just monologued to Driscoll and instead actually drove his ultimate spider monkey leg through his fucking shoulder. Still, Ben just makes a serious yet believable threat to the Knights that everyone in their brother has heard, where he states that if they—
He never comes back? Yeah, that's crazy. Damn. Okay, Ben 10. Y'all might be moving. Hold on.
Hunt any more aliens, they'll regret it for their very short lives. Watching this moment always gives me chills, dude. It's so fucking peak. This and the Ultimate Kevin incident are the strongest pieces of evidence to show give that Ben may not have a no-kill rule at all like other heroes. However, this is the most concrete evidence to show gives going forward, as the most Omniverse gives us is an enraged 11-year-old Ben destroying malware. However, I don't believe Ben meant to kill malware in this instance. He went in for a punch in his human form, and the Omnitrix just so happened to overload him. But I will say it was a justified murder, because if someone took your favorite thing in the world right in front of you and laughed it off, they'd be on the top of your hit list. In the Showdown 2-parter, both Malware and Asmus state that the heroes assumed they had destroyed Malware for good. Ben, once again this time with the help of feedback, takes down Malware, and though it's hard to tell exactly what happens to him, Malware just becomes like this stone husk of himself. Vilgax and Albedo end up stealing—
Damn, this is the second time he turned somebody into stone. What's going— Is that like one of his main abilities? This is the second time in this video alone. That's crazy. Malware is moving different. I'm high-key seeing, bro.
Repurpose it into a suit for Vilgax, but it seems to have no sentience and is just a suit of armor. So Ben technically kills Malware. Yeah, he kills him twice. Ben also vaporizes the Scarab for like the third or fourth time, but this time he leaves a huge ball of light in the area, so he seemingly can't be revived, meaning that, yeah, Ben kills him once and for all. I say with uncertainty though, because the Scarab's like a cockroach. The guy like never dies. In the Saturdays crossover, Ben absorbs all of BB Argos's energy that I believe is actually like life energy, and afterwards Argos just falls to the ground. And that's it. We don't see him taken into Plumber custody, base, or anything. So kind of like the Forever King before his UA appearance, it's up to interpretation on if Ben slimed out Argos. You know, he killed the Saturday's big bad. Lastly, there's the final big bad of Omniverse, Mountain Truant, who at the end of the show gets destroyed after Ben fires a big bang at him. Like, he explodes and all of his pieces scatter on the ground. Though Paradox comes in to reveal that Mount Truant is like stuck in a time loop that endlessly repeats. So does Ben truly kill him? It's fucking confusing. To be honest, we'll just ignore it.
Y'all count that as a— I don't— If he's in an infinite time loop where he's dying over and over, I'm inclined to count that. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on.
Ground. The paradox comes in to reveal that Maltruan is like stuck in a time loop that endlessly repeats. So does Ben truly kill him? It's fuck.
I'm counting that as a kill. I'm counting that as a kill. So so what I'm getting from this video, it really depends on who Ben 10 is fighting. If I don't know, bro. It's really pick and choose. I was gonna say if you're a villain, he's gonna slime you out, but he's gonna hesitate to slime you out. But his best friend, the moment he found out that he was wild, and he's on go to kill him. He's on go to kill him. And like the only people that he's hesitated was, he only really hesitates when somebody else is killing and it's not him, from what I'm seeing from this video. So he's a hypocritical nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Every single example in this video was somebody else killing and then him trying to like check them. But he's always been willing to kill on his own, as well as everybody else on his camp. We have not seen a kill of Gwen yet, though. Gwen is the only one I've not seen kill. But Kevin definitely killed some niggas. You saw how he threw that whole boulder at a bunch of humans. He definitely killed people. Ben 10 definitely did as well. I don't know. What y'all thinking, chat? I feel like he only wants to put the moral high ground when he sees other people killing. He has yet to check himself. This whole video.
Confused. To be honest, we'll just ignore Maltruan since, the fandom does that already. Being the least series of the 4 Prime shows, I'm not surprised that Omniverse doesn't dive much into those seeds about Ben's stance on killing that we saw in Ultimate Alien. There's still one more scene I haven't looked at for this conversation. In the classic episode Ben 10,000, arguably a top 5 episode of classic, where Ben meets his future self. In the episode, there's a scene where Ben 10K says to young Ben and Gwen,
"What about Vilgax?
Last I saw of him, I left him in pieces. It wasn't pretty for anyone. Enough said."
I've seen fans tie this Ben 10K future in with the Goodbye and Good Riddance What If episode, where in that episode, Ben gets his secret identity revealed, but more importantly, we see Vilgax get blown up. At best, he's probably put in critical condition, and at worst, the motherfucker's dead. It's a neat theory that I sometimes subscribe to. However, the way 10K talks, it sounds like he himself ended Vilgax. So it's possible to believe that Ben in the future has actually killed, considering the idea of killing more than his younger / prime self, especially when it comes to his more serious threats. However, if that is the case, it's kind of weird how in that episode is that if he did kill Vilgax back in the past, why wouldn't he do it again? He comes back and he just leaves him frozen in the lake. You think he just end his existence and kill him now since he's done it before. Overall, if you were to come up to me on the street and ask me, do you believe Ben kills? I would respond to you with it just depends. Ben to me does have a rule when it comes to killing, and that he will most definitely kill if he...
You said older, the future Ben 10's name is Ben 10K. That is a hard name. I can't hold you. Ben 10K is tough. Ben 10K is a really fire name, bro. I love that.
Deemed it necessary, which applying that to other moments in the show make his past actions, at least to me, make a lot more sense. Ben had just got his ass handed to him by Agagor throughout season 2 of Ultimate Alien, to the point where the bad guy almost won. After that, it made sense that Ben doesn't want to make that same mistake again of letting the villain cause all this damage. So he seeks out to kill Kevin before he ends up causing any of that chaos. The Scare personally put Gwen in danger in his first appearance, and unlike other villains, he didn't just want the Omnitrix from Ben, he wanted Ben in general, making his threat to Ben a lot more fearful. So we gotta kill his ass. The Big Tick and the Mycelium were going to destroy the planet, so in that case you have no other choice really, and Malware is Ben's most personal villain. He took something from Ben that couldn't be replaced, so in order to stop Malware from causing any more pain to anyone, Ben turned him into a fucking husk.
I'm gonna have to see that Malware arc. Y'all was gassing him when he showed up. I'm gonna have to see this.
But in all those same sentiments, I don't believe Ben looks to kill. He spared plenty of his enemies, even his worst enemy of them all, Vilgax.
Say the word. I will. That's right. You do.
You can see that same will again in Ultimate Kevin's first real episode, as he doesn't immediately fight Kevin to kill him. It's only at the end of the episode where he comes to the conclusion that Kevin may be a lost cause.
I think we're past that. I think we have to put him down.
What's that supposed to mean?
And I think that suits his character more than leaning heavily one way.
Yo, the straight face is frying me, bro. He ain't even have to say it. He ain't even Yo, I'm dead, bro.
Leaning heavily one way. Like, he's not Batman with firm reasons to stand against the thought of killing, nor is he someone like Wolverine who would just, kill for fun and shit. If Ben believes a situation can be handled without extreme violence, then that's how he'll try to handle it. However, Ben's main goal as a hero is to protect all forms of life, the universe, in fact, against anyone who threatens it. And while he does carry immense power, sometimes there's a threat that may be too much, meaning there's no other way to handle him but the extreme. That's my take at least, and I would love to hear what you all think. Do you think Ben actively has a strict no kill rule, or do you think he looks to kill his enemies? If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Also, hype the video if you're watching on mobile.
Hey, W-mans. So Ben 10 is very flip-floppy in his rule. I wish there was some more slander, but I'm gonna let y'all Ben 10 niggas slide. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next one, and never